Something that happens a lot is I get asked, how do I become a film critic? And the honest answer is, I just don't know anymore. You see, what happened with me was when I was a kid, I loved the cinema. I spent my whole childhood in the cinema. And from a very, very early age, I used to keep notebooks I would write little reviews in. Then after a while, I started typing the reviews up and then binding them into what I thought looked like books and then putting them on bookshelves in the bizarre belief that people would think they really were books of reviews and start reading them without noticing they were just stuff that I'd written. And I was very lucky. I was in Manchester in the 1980s, and there was a magazine called City Life, which was a workers' co-op, in which you really could walk in off the street and end up writing for the magazine. Then I was very lucky. I came down to London. I wanted to start working on the radio, and I got my break in radio because a radio station rang up Time Out, who I was working for, and said, we need a film critic. And I said, I'll do it. And they said, have you got any radio experience? And I said, yeah. I lied. I didn't know. I went on the radio. I thought I was terrible, but one thing led to another. So I kind of stumbled into both written journalism and radio journalism, and I wasn't stopped. Nowadays, I think it's much harder. Nowadays, I don't know how you'd even begin to get into print. I know a lot of people write stuff on the internet, but it's not quite the same as being in print. And I don't know how you get into broadcast anymore, because I can't imagine that it's as easy to stumble into a radio station as it was when I was in my 20s. I mean, I really did end up on air on LBC without ever having had a second's broadcast experience, just through lying, frankly. So, an honest answer to the question, how did I become a film critic? By enthusiastic chance. How do you become a film critic? I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not trying to do it now.